next week, Saturday, October 17th, we have the fight that everybody's waiting for, the most anticipated fight of the fall and perhaps the year, when WBC franchise, WBA, WBO, and Ring Magazine, there we go, Ring Magazine lightweight champion Vasyl Lomachenko takes on the IBF king Teofimo Lopez from the MGM Grand Las Vegas bubble. And a quick programming note that in America, it'll be live on ESPN, not pay-per-view, not ESPN Plus, on regular ESPN and ESPN Deportes starting at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific time, and we will also have undercard fights on ESPN Plus. Before Lopez Lomachenko on the ESPN broadcast, Alex Saucedo versus Arnold Barboza as the co-feature in a 10-round junior welterweight battle. And in the ESPN opening bout, Edgar Berlanga, 14-0, 14 first-round knockouts, takes on Linnell Bellows, who has never been knocked out as a pro. So that is a very interesting fight to open up the telecast. And belts aside, the winner of this fight will be the universally recognized, undisputed king of the lightweight division. So we have all these belts, but the winner of this fight is the lightweight king. So before we get to Mr. Teofimo Lopez, I want to kick it over to the chairman and founder of Top Rank, Mr. Bob Allen, for his opening comments. Bob, take it away.
Yeah, thank you very much. I mean, it's a delight for me to be here. We're 12 days out. This is the biggest fight of the year. People have been looking forward to this fight for so long. And I wanted to do a special shout out to ESPN, which rallied in this tough time for people to come up with the wherewithal to allow us to show this fight on ESPN without additional charge to anybody. And people who love boxing, people who follow the sport, are looking forward to this match, as I am. One of the innovations that we'll have here is that thanks to the state of Nevada, we'll be able to admit to the bubble 250 people to watch the fight under strict guidelines. So we will have a cheering audience at the fight. I can't wait for October 17th.
Thank you very much, Bob. And next, before we get to the questions, and just a reminder, if you'd like to ask a question, you could use the raise hand button on your Zoom, or you could send me a private message in the chat. So now we go to our opening statements. Teofimo Lopez, you are 1 week out from fight week officially begin. Can you talk about how excited, anxious you are feeling as we are 1 week before fight week?
Well, I'm happy to be here. I'm very thankful, and just 12 days out from, becoming undisputed world champion. That's where my mindset is at, and I'm very thankful. 23 years young, and we have a lot to showcase. So, moving forward on everything, my emotions and everything, man, I'm very content. No nerves, just ready and determined. And that's where it comes to. So, yeah, this is a great matchup. You have two fathers that are head coaches of the fighters, and they're both sons, so it's a father and son duo match, if you look at it. And this is just one for all the marbles. Winner comes out as undisputed lightweight champion, and that is just something to always remember, and that's something historic right there alone. Vasyl Lomachenko, WBA, WBO, WBC, and Ring Magazine, Teofimo Lopez, IBF lightweight world champion, and this is for all the marbles. So I'm very thankful, very, very happy, and I can't wait.
Thank you, Teofimo. And again, everybody, use the raise hand mechanism on your Zoom function, or send me a private message down below, and I will do my best to get to as many people as possible. So we will begin with Sean Zattel from Fight Hype, who's out here in Las Vegas. Sean, please go ahead.
Hey, Teofimo, just got a chance to watch Blood, Sweat, and Tears episode 1. Great stuff. First question is actually kind of a question from Igis Klimas. During the episode, he said, I would like to know from Teofimo, where did the beginning of his personal animosity start from him and Loma? And then he wound up kind of answering his own question and said he believes it's jealousy, which is worse than fear. He says, what do you think of Igis's comments and question?
But why is he speaking for Loma? But let me get to it. I guess, look, it's not jealousy. I have nothing against the man in that aspect. You know, he's trying to be great just as much as I'm trying to be great. So it's like, I don't have no jealousy over that. You know, I don't wish no man, when they're in the spotlight, let them enjoy it, let them have it. You know, I've never been the type to hate on someone or be jealous. But moving forward, I have my reasons, and I've seen the way Vasyl Lomachenko may carry himself outside of the sport. And I got to witness that personally due to the fact that me as well as a professional athlete, I'm able to see behind the scenes. And I just never liked it. You know, I don't like the way things have been carried upon with him and how he approaches things. That's why, you know, I think that come October 17th, I can't wait to put hands on this man. I'm sorry, Bob. I know that's your guy, but he ain't gonna be your guy after this.
You know, Teo, you got a lot of fighters who think highly of you, but they're picking Lomachenko and they talk experience. What makes this fight different than a Floyd Canelo or when Fernando Vargas fought Felix Trinidad? What makes it to where the young guy's gonna come out on top this time?
I look at it, man. I understand that experience plays a big role and a big key. I understand. I definitely understand that and the amount of years and everything. But the same thing they said with Richard Coleman. He had more years than me in the pro game, and he's well more experienced than people may say I am. So thing is that, and look what happened. I think I'm different, man. I truly believe I am built different, and I'm different on many aspects. I think that I'm one of those fighters that it's just gonna be one of those that what can't Teofimo do? You know, what can I not do? And that's what I'm very happy about. The fact that you guys have only seen me for 3.5 years. Some only have gotten to look into Teofimo now, maybe a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. And the fact that you guys still haven't seen anything yet, you know, and I'm learning as I'm continuing to do what I do. I learn something new each and every day. But the fact that, you know, you haven't seen anything yet of Teofimo. Only people see me as a power puncher, and I have power in both hands. This one puts you out cold. This one, you know, stuns you real down, you know, puts you down real good. So I'm very happy, man. I'm just thankful. But the thing is that my ring IQ is different, man. And I think that's what's going to play the big role come October 17th.
Thank you very much, Sean, for your questions. And now we move over to Keith Idek from Boxing Scene. Keith, please go ahead when ready.
Yes, Bob. I was just wondering if you could elaborate on the 250 people being allowed to the fight. Are they all fans? Are tickets available? How will this go?
There are no tickets available. Most of the people who will be admitted under strict protocols will be the so-called first responders. We're looking to reward those people in Nevada who worked in the hospitals taking care of the COVID patients. There will be some additional seats among the 250 given to the fight camps so they could invite people who are near and dear to them, which wouldn't have been allowed under the way the old protocol was. But there will be no sales of any tickets, no high rollers, none of that stuff. And I think Evan will clarify, maybe some of those seats will be available to the media. but all under very, very strict monitoring protocols, which Brad Jacobs will be distributing to everybody who wants to attend the fight.
Thank you for explaining, Bob. Teofimo, can you speak to what it will be, like to at least have some people in the venue?
Oh man, I mean, during this pandemic and everything, I think it's a blessing, man. Honestly, to be able to have, some fans, whether it's the first responders, I think that's just something that is very admiring and good to know. It's 250 people is better than no people at all, especially for this type of magnitude of a fight that we have going on. Had this been 2019, I think we would have had a better outcome. But we find ways to make it work. Thanks to ESPN and Top Rank and Bob Arum himself. We find different ways to entertain the fight fans. That's why this fight is on cable TV. For everyone to watch and tune in, and that's just that's the whole thing about it. You don't have to pay pay-per-view or anything for something that is, even though it could be pay-per-view. This is a pay-per-view fight, absolutely. But, we think about what's going on and the pandemic and, but it's good, man. I think it's going to be a great night that night. And whoever those 250 people, they're going to have a treat right there.
Thanks, Teofimo.
You got it, Keith.
Thank you, Keith. And next we go to Ben Baby from ESPN. Ben, you are unmuted.
Evan.
Oh, yes.
I think they wanted to record. I'm just wanting
Yeah,
to...
no, we're taking care of that. Everybody will get the footage they need. Yes. So
okay.
Everybody, yes, I send it in the messages, but we will send the download link after this is over, which you all can use, or if you could take it from our YouTube feed if you'd like, either or. So I'll send that download link after the fight. Teofimo, you were doing my job. So you can fight better than me and you can do my job better than me. Thank you very much, Teofimo, for that. Next we go to Ben Baby from ESPN. Ben, please go ahead when ready.
Hey, Teofimo, you've had an interesting year. You had the COVID situation, and then you were in Arkansas for a little bit as well. I believe you had to deal with that kind of tornado experience that Mark Riegel talked about a few months ago. What has all that been like for you, especially in trying to navigate just not only those experiences, but also, it looked like, you got up and weighed a little bit, now you have to come back down. What has all of that been like for you personally?
Yeah, man, I was like 202 pounds, and I'm just playing, man. It's been a great journey. 2020 has definitely been one of the most surprising years for sure. The fact that going through a tornado, witnessing a tornado and seeing all the debris coming right at you, looking from the outside looking from the window from the house and everything, it's been crazy, man. But just to know that, I'm still here, just the fact that, of course I put some muscle on, perfecting athletes who are my nutritionists, they said that I definitely, I look a lot more lean, a lot more muscles that I have throughout from my last camp with Richard Comey. So, but the camp and everything, man, weight-wise, I've never had an issue. And it's definitely been a year to talk about, and just to close it out. That's what I'm looking forward to, October 17th. It's been a rough road, but I think that I see that light at the end of the tunnel, and that's October 17th, and I'm looking forward to it. Not to shock the world, but to prove to myself that I am the best.
Yeah, and just a quick follow-up. It's interesting that a lot of young guys have been really protective of their undefeated record. What is it about you that you said, okay, I'm willing to risk a zero to go out and take this kind of challenge this early in my career? Why did you decide to do that?
I don't look at it as a risk, man. This is just the way it is. Back then, even Bob could explain it better than I can because he was there during those times, with Muhammad Ali, Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran, the list could go on and on. Those guys fought each other regardless of their record, and to become the best, fight those guys, Marvis Hagler, they didn't care. You know what I mean? They just wanted to put on a show for the fans, and they wanted to show and prove themselves that they are the best in their division. And that's what it comes to. I understand with Floyd Mayweather and everything that's been going on. Of course, protect your O. But there's been a lot of great champions that have come off a loss and have been, if not now, cash cows and the cash kings with like Canelo, Anthony Joshua, and so many others. So I don't really look at it as a risk with, but I'm not coming in this mindset of losing. So, yeah.
Thank you, Ben. And next we go to Jorge Ebro. Jorge, please unmute when ready. And just another announcement, if anybody, I know we have some Hispanic media on the line. If anybody wants to ask questions in Spanish, just give Vasyl Lopez, who's also on the call, time to translate as well. So Jorge, when ready, please go ahead.
Thank you. Vamos a hacer la primera en español y después en inglés. Teofimo, felicidades. Tú que América Latina está apoyando, ¿sientes que el apoyo de los fanáticos latinos o si sientes presión por representar a toda América Latina en la pelea tan grande del año?
Oh, claro, yo me siento que yo voy a representar a todos los latinos, a toda Latinoamérica y todo, no solo Honduras, pero a toda mi gente. Esa es la cosa que me siento muy orgulloso de eso y que yo sé que yo tengo sangre de latinos, yo sé que yo tengo todos Puerto Rico y toda la gente que está apoyando a Teofimo.
Thank you.
The question was, do you feel any pressure by representing all Latin America in this fight? The answer from Teofimo was, of course not. I know that I have Hispanic blood in me. I'm ready to represent everyone, not only my people from Honduras, but every single Latin person from Puerto Rico, from Mexico. I'm going to represent all of them.
Thank you, Gardy. And next we go to Cameron Wolf. You're unmuted, Cameron. Please go ahead.
Hey, Tio, what's up, man? I know you mentioned Floyd and Canelo earlier. A lot of people might look at this fight and say, hey, that Floyd-Canelo fight from years ago kind of was similar, where you got a young gun trying to get the guy who's been the king of the division. How do you kind of compare this fight to maybe their fight, some years back?
Well, one, Lomachenko's not Floyd. Two, I'm not Canelo. So definitely different aspect, definitely a different look into that. I know a lot of people want to rephrase to that and say that will happen. You got the, the fact that people want to take me, that I think that's everyone's game plan, and I think that's the best thing I always love is the fact that deep waters, right? People always want to take me to deep waters, and the fact that they don't understand is that I live in deep waters. I'm a shark, you know what I mean, and that's what it comes to. So try to take me to deep waters, and it ends up becoming their downfall, and that's why if this fight goes to the 12 rounds, and so I understand that Lomachenko it may be a slow starter and he picks up as the rounds continue, but so do I. And I think that this is definitely going to be a chess match, a great fight. And I don't look at it as Mayweather-Canelo. And if it is, I'm Mayweather.
Thank you very much, Cameron. Next, we will go to Josh Katzowitz from Forbes. Josh, please, I'm asking you to unmute, so please unmute and ask question when you're ready.
Hey, Teofimo, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Just going back a little bit to the how outspoken you've been against Vasyl coming into this fight. Do you think that gets under his skin, like the constant barrage of trash talking? He hasn't said very much, at least publicly. Do you think that gets under his skin? And if so, is that part of the strategy?
No, I'm not trying to get under his skin. I'm just being outspoken. And whether come that night he wants to take it out on me, great. I'm trying to take it out on him too. That's what makes it a good fight. At the same time, I'm trying to promote the damn fight. We know that Vasyl Lomachenko is not very talkative. He does all his talking in the ring. And not only that, he's not as fluent in his English as much as with him being Ukrainian and everything. So it's not really much to get in his under his skin or anything like that. I think if anything, my father may be one of those guys because they had their own altercation in person. But just honestly, I'm just the way I am. This is who I am, but I look at it as a personal thing, and I'm looking forward to that night, October 17th.
Thank you, Josh. And now we go ahead to Diego Martinez. Diego, please unmute and then ask your question. Diego Martinez. All right. Diego cannot find the unmute button, it seems, so we will get back to Diego shortly, it seems. Next up, Xavier Porter. Xavier, please, I'm asking you to unmute, so please unmute and ask Teofimo a question. Or Bob.
Hey, guys, how you doing? Hope you can hear me out there.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, Tio, how you feeling, man? Good question.
Like a champ. I'm feeling like a champ.
All right. Right now. Now, you mentioned the takeover. You've been talking to take, become a professional. Now, this is your first title defense. Can you speak on why you make this first title defense and unifying with Lomachenko?
It's a takeover, man. Definitely, we the type to come in here and just dethrone everyone, and the fact that we facing someone like of the likes of Lomachenko, it's definitely one to talk about, for probably for the rest of my career. You know what I mean? After this, I know that I said in other interviews that I don't want to hear about him. But, I know that it's always going to be a fight to be talked about because this guy is in the top 5, if not, in the top 5 of the pound-for-pound list. And, the takeover, man, we came up with that years ago, and it stuck with us, man. I mean, we are someone different, We go out there, not only do we win impressively, but we come out with backflips, dances, things that maybe that in football they do dances wise or anything like that. So we just think outside the box. We think about entertaining the fans outside, and this is true, man. This is the takeover, man. Come October 17th, I'm looking forward to taking more things and moving along, and if anything, move up to the 140 division after. Who knows? Who knows what my future holds? But I know one thing. Bob and I, he gonna call me the next Manny Pacquiao, take over and stuff like that. So, it's gonna be fun.
With one more question. I'm sorry, one more question, if I can. With everything, just one more. I'm sorry. Is there any final prediction from your side on how the fight is gonna go?
Like I said, I think the fight would definitely go in my favor. It's definitely gonna be one to watch. I hope everybody could tune in to watch Edgar Berlanga and all the other fights underneath this fight that's going on. I see this fight only one way, man, and that's by knockout.
Thank you, Xavier. Next, we go to Nelson. We got a question from Honduras. Nelson Hernandez, please go ahead when ready, sir. And if you ask a question in Spanish, please wait until Gardy Lopez translates before Teofimo answers. Nelson, please go ahead.
Okay.
Hola, Teofimo, buen día. Te saludamos de aquí de Diario 10 de Honduras. Esperemos que te encuentres muy bien, preparado para este combate que todo el pueblo hondureño espera con muchas ansias, y todos estamos muy orgullosos de lo que has hecho en el boxeo. Tenemos un sentido de pertenencia por tus raíces, Teofimo, y estamos muy orgullosos. La pregunta es, Teofimo, un poco similar a la que hizo el compañero anterior. Es tu primera defensa de un título mundial. Ahora, con esta pelea unificada, ¿cómo están tus ánimos? ¿Cómo viene siendo la rutina diaria de Teofimo Lopez a pocos días de ese gran combate?
Do I wait for Gardy?
Gardy, going once, going twice. You can.
I'm here. He's saying that the Honduran people is very proud of him, and that he's just days away from defending his title, his first world title defense. How is he feeling just days away from one of the biggest fights of his career?
Oh, okay. Muchas gracias, Diario 10. Y quiere decir a todos los hondureños y todo, el gringo catracho, él viene. Yo quiero decir también que me siento muy orgulloso de esta pelea. Y no solo eso, pero también también muy contento, muy feliz. Y para mí me siento como todo esto es un sueño, pero la cosa es que yo sé, el 17 de octubre, yo voy a ir a ese ring contra Lomachenko y vamos a ganar todos los títulos y para toda mi gente, todo Latinoamérica, para todos allá en Honduras también. Y me siento muy contento con eso.
First of all, I want to tell all my Honduran people that the Gringo Catracho is coming. All of this feels like a dream, but on October 17th, I'm going to come to take all the titles, and I'm going to do it for my people in Honduras and from all Latin America. I feel very happy with this opportunity, and I feel very proud of representing my people.
Thank you very much from Nelson from Honduras. Next, we go to Ernesto Amador. Ernesto, you should be unmuted, so please go ahead when ready. And Ernesto, before you begin, just a heads up to everybody. Teofimo was very popular, so we have a ton of people with questions in the chat queue. We will not be able to get to everybody, unfortunately, but I'll do my best. If I got to everybody, he'd be here for about 5 hours. So I'll do my best. Ernesto, please go ahead when ready. Thank you.
Thanks, Ivan. Teofimo, muy buenos días. Contra todos los pronósticos, against all odds, pero la gente no está contando con que tú tienes el apoyo del mercado más importante en los Estados Unidos y todos los mexicanos allá. Hablamos de 130 millones en México y 50 y tantos millones. ¿Qué significa para ti este ingrediente extra que el mercado, insisto, más importante en los Estados Unidos, hablando de mercado, va a subirse contigo al cuadrilátero?
First of all, I want to say that this fight is against all odds, and people don't understand that you have the most important market in boxing behind you, and that the Hispanic market. You have all the Mexicans supporting you in Mexico and in the U.S. So how does it feel to have that support?
Echa las ganas, hey. Todos los mexicanos y todo, yo sé que para mí me siento que si no fuimos los mexicanos, el boxeo, I don't think the boxing would be as big as it is today if it wasn't for the Mexicans. Pero la cosa es que me siento muy feliz porque ahora yo tengo esta oportunidad de hacer cosas muy grandes en ese deporte y no solo eso, pero también para ayudar a todos los latinos, Honduras, México, y esos son mis sueños y eso es la cosa que yo estoy tratando de hacer ahora, pero yo sé que con esta pelea vamos a hacer cosas, si Dios quiere, cosas muy grandes para toda mi gente Latinoamérica y gracias a Dios que yo tengo esta oportunidad de hacer historia. Yeah.
I feel very happy with this opportunity and very happy with the support I'm getting from all the Hispanic fans. If it wasn't for Mexican fighters, I don't think that boxing will be as big as it is right now. So I'm very proud of having their support, and I'm very happy with this opportunity because I know that I can do big things, and that's always has been my dream. I want to do big things for the people in Mexico, for the people in Honduras, and for the people all in Latin America.
Thank you very much, Ernesto. Keith, I think you have one more question for Teofimo. Keith, please go ahead.
Teofimo, did you happen to see the Zapata-Baranchik fight on Saturday night? And if so, what did you think of how crazy it was?
Oh, man, yes, I did. And definitely fight of the year. Definitely could be easily KO of the year. And that's all on ESPN and with Top Rank. That's what we bring to the table every time. So, it was definitely one to watch, but also scary. Baranchik, who I actually had as my sparring partner in my last camp against Richard Comey, so I know him personally. Definitely was tough to watch to see him not respond for several minutes. And I think that's where, I think that people need to understand that this is not just about you know, two guys going in there trying to beat each other up, and for you guys, but also let you guys know that we do risk our lives each time we're in that square circle. But thankfully he's okay. And on top of that, you know, the fact that, you know, it was just a great fight overall. 8 knockdowns, I believe, before that knockout. And it was just, what a night. What a night. Definitely a main event fight worth watching for sure.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you, Keith. And Gail, please, you're unmuted. So Gail, please go ahead when ready.
Thank you very much, Evan. Good morning, Teofimo. You are extremely confident. All boxers have some, but you've got a double dose of confidence, and you seem to take a lot of heat for it. Why do you think that is? And Bob, I'd love you to answer the same question.
Shall I let Bob, would you like to go first?
I'll go. You know, look, you have to have a historical perspective. A guy who was loved by some coming up, but hated by most, is probably the most well-known boxer of all time, and that was Muhammad Ali. When Ali was still Cassius Clay, he would predict the round that he would knock his opponent out. He was very brash, and he became popular because of that and because of his performance. But Ali was derided by a lot of people early on. They called him Gaseous Clay because he talked so much. Well, Teofimo is cut from the same cloth. Ali backed up his talk just the way Teofimo did. But when a young man, a young athlete, is so loquacious, a lot of people tend to resent it. And that's really the fallback that is happening with Teofimo. Most people love that talk. It's interesting. It's inspiring. But some people resent it. But it ultimately doesn't matter. It's how he performs in the ring, right, Teofimo?
Absolutely. And the fact that we're able to, thank you for explaining that, Bob. Definitely can explain that better than I can. Just the fact that it's, I think where it comes to also is the fact that no matter what's going on outside of the sport, no matter what's going on with the people and the fans, there's only two people that can determine the outcome: myself and the person I'm fighting. And that's where my confidence leads to, where I'm just who I am, because I have, at that particular moment, I'm at home because I get to do what I can do. And can't nobody tell me anything. You know, I'm very outspoken about it because I believe in my abilities. And not only that, I'm the one that's going to dictate that fight and put it out there on the line. So if you guys don't like the way I am, then this is just who I am. This is just the person I am. But this is when it comes to inside the sport, you know, and I've learned to separate the both, you know, and but I'm very thankful for the fact that I do have this confidence. I think that there's no such thing as overly confident. You know, honestly, you are what you say you are. If you believe you're the best, you know, you got to show it out there and do it every time. And then that's what I'm willing to do. I'm going to do each and every time.
Thank you very much, Gail. And now we move all the way to the takeover, I guess, has gone all the way to South America, Argentina. Osvaldo Principe. I think I probably butchered that name, but Osvaldo, when you're ready, please go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good morning for all, and thank you for the possibility to make this answer. For Teofimo Lopez in Spanish. Teofimo, esta va a ser una pelea sin público. Usted es un boxeador sanguíneo que creo que muchas veces lo alimenta no solo la ovación del público, sino también el rechazo. ¿Cree que la falta de público puede pesar en la concentración de ambos? Y ante la falta de público, ¿quién cree que se va a beneficiar o perjudicar? ¿Su sangre caliente o la frialdad de Lomachenko?
This will be a fight that will have not many fans in attendance, and you, Teofimo, are a fighter that feeds off that energy from the fans. Who do you think will be most advantageous to have no fans, Teofimo or Lomachenko?
Ninguna. La cosa es que con Vasyl Lomachenko siempre peleó con mucha gente en la arena y yo también. So, para mí me siento que con esta pelea sí vamos a tener 250 personas ahora, pero me siento que con esta pelea yo sé que van a ser un poco diferentes, claro, porque ahora nosotros podemos no solo escuchar los puños más, pero la cosa es que escuchar la gente, los comentarios y cosas así. So van a ser una pelea diferente, claro que sí. Y con esta pandemia, esas cosas que... Pero nosotros estamos tratando a hacer la pelea para todos los fans y gracias a Dios que ahora estamos cerca. Estamos como 12 días de esta pelea y gracias a Dios que nosotros tenemos esta oportunidad de tener esta pelea, esta gran pelea en 2020. Para mí me siento que yo voy a ganar esta pelea y me siento muy contento con eso.
I don't think that the advantage is for any of us. Like Lomachenko is used to fighting with a lot of people, as myself. I'm always used to fighting with a lot of people, but I don't think it will be an advantage for any of us. Right now, we're gonna have like 250 fans in attendance. So yeah, it's gonna be a great fight, and we're gonna get the reaction from those 250 people that are gonna be in attendance now. So I think it's gonna be a little bit better to get the reaction from those people, and it's gonna be a great fight.
Thank you very much. And Sean Zattel, I see you have a Yankee poster in your background. As a Mets fan, for the next Zoom call, take it down. Otherwise, you're banned from ever asking a question again. Next we go to Cynthia Conte. Cynthia, please go ahead.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Teofimo. I think back, I think it was 2017, I interviewed you for the very first time. Your dad came up to me and said, can you interview my son? I think maybe you fought on the undercard of Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux. And I remember I kept asking, how do you say your name? How do you say your name? But I remember your dad kept saying, he's going to take over the world. He's going to be the next world champion. And you told me during my Ring TV interview, you said, I'm going to headline MSG one day. And one day I'm going to fight Vasyl Lomachenko. October 17th, this is your time. You made it happen. You manifested it. This is one of the biggest fights of your life. Talk about that. Talk about you going into this big fight.
A lot of it comes with knowledge, just reading books like The Secret, The Power of Now, Law of Attraction, those type of books. Those are my type of books that I like to read a lot. And it's just you attract what you bring out in verbally, And the thing is that it's crazy, the fact that it was just talk back then, and maybe people didn't really want to listen to it, but now it's here. Obviously you got to put the work in, and you got to earn your stripes, and I'm still earning my stripes. I'm very thankful though for this opportunity, the fact that just being here and doing what I do, and in such a short period of time, but that's all thanks to Bob Arum and Top Rank and ESPN. That's all for them and that platform that we're able to be on. And I'm very thankful for that. Just to have these opportunities and being able to, whether make it on SportsCenter top 10 or any of those things, it definitely puts your name out there. So, just to be able to fight in a couple days, 10 days, 12 days, against Lomachenko, I'm very excited about it.
Thank you, Cynthia. And we got a question in Spanish here from Fernando Ribas. Fernando, please unmute and ask your question when you can.
Yeah, thanks. Spanish questions, please. Teófimo, sé que ustedes los peleadores se concentran en la pelea que tienen de frente, pero te quisiera hacer una pregunta sobre tal vez una futura pelea con el peleador puertorriqueño.
¿Quién?
Sí, enseguida te digo. Con el peleador puertorriqueño que está en fila en ese peso. Si alguien, Gali, si me puedes ayudar, que se me ha escapado el nombre ahora mismo.
Félix Verdejo.
Félix Verdejo. Sí, claro. Luego de una pelea como la que tienes de frente, ¿es considerable Félix para un futuro? ¿Cómo lo ves?
The question is, we know that fighters don't like to look ahead of the fight they have in front of them, but thinking a little bit about the future, if you beat Lomachenko on October 17, would you consider defending your titles against Puerto Rican fighter Félix Verdejo?
Cuando yo gana mi pelea contra Lomachenko, discúlpame, pero me siento que esa pelea contra Verdejo, con esta pelea que viene ahora contra Lomachenko, ganando esta pelea, me siento que yo necesito gente más grande. Yo sé que Verdejo está peleando, ganando las peleas y todo, pero si él es un campeón y cosas así, podemos tener una pelea así en el futuro. Pero eso es solo de Bob Arum y de ESPN y contra él, si ellos quieren esa pelea. Yo sé que después de esta pelea, yo sé que mucha gente van a querer una pelea contra Teofimo porque eso es dinero para ellos. Pero en estos momentos yo solo estoy empincado en mi pelea el 17 de octubre contra Vasyl Lomachenko.
After I beat Vasyl Lomachenko on October 17, I think that I want to look ahead to bigger names and bigger fights. I'm sorry, but I don't think that Verdejo is one of those big names right now. I think that maybe if he becomes champion or something like that, then I will think that it will make sense to fight him. And I know a lot of people, after I beat Lomachenko, a lot of people are going to come looking for a fight with me because that's gonna mean that they're gonna make a lot of money. So, that's up to Top Rank and ESPN if they want to make that fight. But if it's up to me, I think I'm looking for bigger names.
Thank you very much, Fernando. Before we get to the next,
let's just make it happen. Me and Jose Ramirez after this, I put both of them. I have Josh Taylor in the morning, and then I have Jose Ramirez at night.
Teofimo got it. We have a meeting with Bob later to discuss a Royal Rumble style with you, Josh Taylor, and Jose Ramirez, last man standing. Good idea, Teofimo. And now he's running the promotional company. See, this guy can do everything, folks. Quick, we got Cameron Wolf. You're next, but Cameron, before you go, only a couple more questions, guys. Teofimo's got to get out of here. Otherwise,
I got sparring to do.
Exactly. He got sparring today, so got to get out of here. Only a couple more questions, so I apologize in advance to anybody who did not get to ask a question today. There was a ton of them. Cameron Wolf, please go ahead when ready.
Yeah, this is for Tio and Bob, both of you guys. Just kind of piggybacking off what Tio just said about what's next. Say you beat Lomo. What do you think that means for you in this division and then as boxing as a whole?
Who do you want to go first?
Bob, you can go ahead and go first if you want. Thank you.
Well, Teofimo will have to decide whether he wants to stay at 135 or go up to 140. He's quite right that 140, the big fight that we're scheduling, will be Josh Taylor against Jose Ramirez. I know Teofimo would love to fight the winner. Also, at 135, there's some interesting fighters out there. There's Ryan Garcia, who fights under the Golden Boy banner. There's Devin Haney, who's with the Zone, but would probably be available. And there are a lot of other guys. Verdeo, I know what Teofimo is saying, but Verdeo, since his under new trainer, is looking absolutely great now, and he's a potential opponent. So it's all good. And I know Teofimo is looking at it when he wins this fight, but even if he doesn't win the fight, he's still a major, major draw, and he can fight any of those guys.
I look forward to what the future holds, the near future and everything. And, one fight at a time, that's how I look at everything. We see what happens come October 17th. I'm very confident in myself, and the thing is, if any of those fights, it'll be a great potential. Great potential big fight. I don't think no fight will be bigger than this one come October 17th against myself and Lomachenko at the moment. Yes, you have Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez coming 2021 sometime that year. It's just a lot of great fights right around here in the 135 division and in the 140 division that I could pick off of. So, I have a bright future ahead of me, and I look forward to facing these guys, just to show that I am king.
And now we go over to Carlos Narvaez. Carlos, please go ahead.
Hey, thank you very much. Hi, everyone. I'm gonna make this question in Spanish, Teofimo. I want you practice the Spanish a little bit. So, Teofimo, ¿qué te hace pensar que puedes derrotar el 17 de octubre a un boxeador que ha sido tan dominante durante los pasados años y que no solamente ha sido dominante en el boxeo profesional, sino a nivel olímpico?
Teofimo, what makes you think that you're going to beat on October 17th a great fighter who has dominated couple divisions, couple fighters, and not only in the pros but also in the amateur rankings?
Me siento que es porque yo soy Teofimo y me siento que yo soy siempre, I'm very confident. And la cosa es que yo estoy más joven, más rápido, tengo mucho poder también. Y la cosa es que con esta pelea mucha gente no sabe que yo soy un boxeador también. No solo un boxeador que sí sabe pelear en frente y sabe pegar duro, pero no solo eso, pero yo estoy muy inteligente cuando yo estoy en ese ring y gracias a Dios que yo tengo esta oportunidad de pelear contra Lomachenko, porque mucha gente y ESPN también, ellos están hablando que él es el mejor de los mejores y yo sé que después de esta pelea, yo sé que yo quiero escuchar que la gente van a hablar de Teofimo después.
I know that I'm gonna beat Lomachenko because I have confidence in myself. I'm a young fighter. I have the speed, I have the power, I have the boxing skills, and many people don't know it, but I'm also a great boxer. I'm not only a power puncher, as people seems to think that I'm only that. I'm also very smart in the ring, and people will see that on October 17th.
Thank you very much for that, Carlos. Before we go, Bob, any closing statements as we now are 12 days away from the big fight?
Well, I've been around a long, long time, and I've seen everybody fight, and I've promoted some of the biggest fights, but I'm very, very excited for October 17th for two reasons. These are two quality fighters. You have the contrast of experience in Lomachenko and age, and the youth and vigor of Teofimo. That makes for a very, very exciting kind of battle. And I just want to thank ESPN, because in these terrible times, when so many millions fellow Americans are out of work, it, I think, would have been unseemly to ask people to spend 70 or 80 bucks to see this great fight on pay-per-view. And ESPN went up to the plate and stepped up to the plate and gave us the wherewithal to do this fight. And so people, whatever their economic situation, will be able to watch this fight without any cost. We're going to have a huge, huge audience. It's going to be a real plus for the sport of boxing. Millions of people will be watching this event and will be seeing what boxing is all about, with these two great, great athletes and fighters contesting on October 17th. So I'm very, very happy. I really am. I'm looking forward to this event, and I know boxing fans all over the world are looking forward to watching this event.
You unmute yourself, Evan.
See, again, matchmaker, promoter, and Zoom technician Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo, your final thoughts, please.
Thank you for everyone. Thank you guys. During these times, thank you for everyone that's on this Zoom chat, and for us doing this. What a time to be alive, honestly. For everyone tuning in, October 17th, live on ESPN. As long as you have cable, you're able to watch it for free. And just being able to have that opportunity of a lifetime to see two fathers and two sons going in that ring and facing one another. It's a father and son duo match. One to watch. You have the old lion, or you got the old lion versus the young lion, and it's amazing, just to have this opportunity and being able to fight for winner takes all. Just like in the poster, winner takes all, and that's what it comes to come October 17th. One fighter, two go in that ring, one comes out undisputed world champion. Tune in live on ESPN. Thank you to ESPN. Thank you for their platform. Thank you to Top Rank, Bob Arum, and thank you. I look forward to what my career holds, and I look forward to October 17th. I'm very excited. I hope everyone stays safe. Please wash your hands, and please wear your mask. And hopefully 2021, we could have some more fans in the arena.
Thank you so much, Teofimo. That was fantastic. Thank you for taking all this time to answer all those questions. Quick housekeeping, everybody. As Teofimo mentioned, ESPN Deportes, 10 o'clock Eastern time on Saturday, October 17th. You also will have fights on ESPN Plus at 7:30 Eastern before the ESPN telecast. Some really interesting fights and fighters are going to be performing on that undercard as well. And these are for essentially all the belts, but all you need to know is on October 17th, the one, the only, the true, undisputed lightweight champion will be crowned when Lomachenko and Lopez face off in the ring. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this call. And as a reminder, Vasyl Lomachenko will